Hey guys, now after releasing my last video where I said the iPhone 5, which, yes, this is my iPhone 5, can use 2 gigs of data in 1 day of use. I've had a few comments where people are saying it's my fault for using that much data, or, I shouldn't be using it that much, or, saying, basically blaming the user for this problem. Now, let me explain it from my perspective. And here's why I think data usage metering and caps are retarded. For one, when you load up a web page, you, the user, don't know how much data that's going to use. There's no warning, there's no system in place that will say, okay, by clicking this link, all the data that's going to be downloaded to your phone is going to be X amount. There's no such system in place. If you're watching a YouTube video, your phone is adaptive. With the iPhone 5, as well as the iPad with LTE, if you're using LTE service, the YouTube videos default to high definition. There's no way of turning that off. If you're on 3G, it down converts the videos to I believe it's a 240p video quality. Therefore, it's going to use less data. But you, the user, won't know how much data that particular video uses. Same thing with listening to music. If you saw in this, I use Spotify. I use Spotify all the time. I probably clock in 2 hours of use every day. And I use the 320 kilobit per second audio quality setting because I want absolute best quality. And there's no absolute definite how much this particular, or how long you're listening to it, you're going to end up getting this amount of data used. The whole point of it is this: you don't know how much data you're using until after the fact. Whereas when you're making a phone call and okay, 1 minute, I used a minute. 2 minutes, I'm going to use 2 minutes. Same thing with text messaging. I'm going to send a message. Okay, that's going to use 1 message. With data, it's not clear cut. There is no system in place to accurately help the user curve their usage. Now, I personally believe that a user should not have to even worry about this crap. I think that the telephone companies are being complete assholes about it, and they're just milking the situation. They're giving you a very dangerous tool. The moment you have LTE, they're basically preying on the fact that you're going to use it more. Look at the commercials. You watch a Verizon wireless commercial when they're showing LTE. They're showing people watching videos. They're showing people doing more, faster, right? That's going to use more data. That's the whole point of them giving you faster internet. When your phone has faster internet than your house internet connection, that's a problem when it comes to data caps. Look at Comcast. When Comcast used to have data caps, it used to be 250 gigabytes per month. Now I blow past that in a week here with Fios. But on my cell phone, I have internet faster than what Comcast was offering to their home user, and I only get 2 gigs? Does anyone see a problem with that? Instead, I get a lot of backlash. I get a lot of idiots out there who say, no, you're wrong. You're the person that has a false expectation to be able to use your data the way you pay for it. A lot of people tell me, well, you should put your phone on Wi-Fi all the time, or use Wi-Fi whenever possible. Now, why would I want to use Wi-Fi when my LTE connection's faster? The whole point of it is I want to get my content faster. I want to be able to look at higher quality videos. You're giving us 720p resolution screens. I understand this one isn't, but look at the Samsung Galaxy S3. It's a 720p resolution screen. You're trying to tell me I should watch standard definition video on that thing? You got to be kidding me. This is a serious problem, guys, and I have a feeling that it will take this phone for this problem to become more mainstream, for more people to realize how much data you can push through this phone in such a short amount of time. Now, I was not tethering this phone. Believe me, I was not. This is not jailbroken. This is just straight out of the box the way I got it. And I was just doing regular things, loading up web pages, loading up emails, watching a few YouTube videos. But just watching a few YouTube videos will push you over a 2 gig limit like that. So now, let me tell you this, guys. My stance will always stay the same. I do not believe in capped data plans. I think that's bullshit. I think that it's just a scam, and I think that they're trying to milk every fucking dime out of you by giving you the easy way of going over. Why else are they giving everybody unlimited data? I mean, not unlimited data, unlimited messaging and unlimited phone calls. Because they know that the number one thing, the number one resource you use on your phone is data. Now, LTE originally was touted as being a big deal, as being the solution to a bandwidth problem. Now, for those who believe in the spectrum crunch, I'm not a believer in it. I believe it's complete bullshit. Now, you can't tell me that me using all the bandwidth available in this area would end up affecting people halfway around the world. That's what the cell phone companies want you to believe, and that's not the truth. If I'm using a lot of data in New York, it's not affecting customers in California. You know, it's an isolated area. What it requires is network management, something that Verizon, for the most part, has a pretty good network management. You know, they do throttle heavy users at peak times. They don't completely cut you off and say, oh, you're using way too much data. For the rest of the month, you get sub-dial-up speeds. That's something AT&T does because they do not have proper network management. So that's my stance on it, guys. I'm not a heavy user. I just use the phone normally. But what did I have this time that I didn't have last time? LTE. What did my phone do behind the scenes that my previous phone didn't? Up-convert everything to high definition. Use more bandwidth because it's available. That's what these phones do by default. This is something you can't change, and I believe Verizon, AT&T should be at fault for it. Take care, guys. Look out for future content.